Bell horn, salute, and good morning. I'm feeling like shit today, and this ties into my subject. What I'm doing is some videos about my experiences in the Army. Everybody wants blood and gore, decapitated heads, crispy fucking critters, mutilated bodies, and burnt down villages. That did not happen in the Army in 1983-84. It was peacetime. A lot of bad shit still happens. So I've been telling some stories. Today we're going to talk about burial detail, funeral detail. Say what, dude? Yeah, you're gonna get this. Something the recruiters won't tell you. You're gonna end up pulling some burial details, honor, color guard, shit like that. What's going wrong with me? I've been sick all week. Today's Friday, man. We just broke the fucking heat wave thing. But I've been sick all week. I ended up 2 days ago in the emergency room. There's something brutally wrong with my stomach. I've been screaming at the top of my lungs. Kind of nice. Ah! It hurts like hell. So right now I've been barely functioning today. I've been on the floor and that. So funeral detail. When I got to my end, I think right in January of 1984, one of the first things I did was go to Biloxi, Mississippi. Yeah, it was a neat chance to travel, man. I got to see like Biloxi, Mobile, Pensacola. We got to stop at the USS Alabama, which was really neat. And yeah, which is right off the bat. So I forget, I think it was Biloxi. We go out, we do a funeral detail, and we come back. And this is just, this first time we left the unit. And we came back and our room was trashed. And this was a Friday night. My roommate, who didn't know better, I learned a hard lesson in basic training about this, that it's like a doctor's visit, ain't nothing gonna happen. But my roommate was a little bit upset that our room got trashed on a Friday night, so they called all these drunk guys back from the old Dutch on a Friday night, and God, were they fucking pissed. We should have just kept our mouths shut, cleaned up the fucking room, and drove on, but no, we had to make an issue, so they got all these drunk guys back, and that caused some problems. So no, that was probably one of the worst. The first one was probably the worst, but no, it was kind of neat to be able to get out and get away. So going back out again, I think we're going back to Biloxi again, and I had a problem with my boots, man. They weren't shiny enough. I didn't know how to spit shine my shit yet, and they're freaking out, man. Oh, dude, your boots, you're gonna have to. So as soon as we get to the hotel, I've got to sit there and polish all this shit before I could ever get out and about. While we're going down there, Mad Mac and I think Spec 4 Curtis was still with us, and they had some Panamanian Red, and they warned us, we're smoking some weed, you can take a hit or two, privates, but that's on you. We're getting kicked out. They didn't care. So God, I was fucked up. I only took a couple, 3 hits, and it was like I went into a flashback, man. I'd never been so fucking high in my life. I'd been straight for so long. We got to the hotel room, and this David Bowie movie, I don't remember, Howling the Hunger. It was some David Bowie movie, like a werewolf or something, and man, it was just a trip. So I remember got cleaned up and just was lost in a haze, and went around Biloxi. Now, one thing when you go on a funeral detail, you team up with a buddy. You never want to make the same mistake Sergeant Ramirez did. I think we were in Mobile when he got beat up, but yeah, you always team up with a buddy. And usually what first things we do is go find a place to eat. Sometimes I hook up with my dirtbag roommate because, we both had the same taste in food. We both like Mexican food. So yeah, I'd tag up with a buddy, go sit down, and, you might go hit a bar that we had one sergeant. Yeah, the bugler. Usually we get a leg from outside the company as a bugler. So we had Sergeant Sutton took us out. It could have been Biloxi, Mobile, I don't know, but we go into this Korean bar. There's a lot of Korean bars down there, and one thing you don't want to do is have a Korean woman sit on your lap and you buy me drink, you're paying for $10 waters, man. They're gonna sit on your lap, rub all over you all night long, break you, and you ain't gonna get no poo nanny. No, you're gonna be paying for $10 waters, man, and they're gonna love taking your money from you. I watched a guy in Columbia, Georgia, just get his ass handed to him. He was in one of these little Korean titty bars. She just sits on his lap, and he spent his whole fucking check on this woman and didn't get nothing. I think the biggest problem we had was in Mobile. Sergeant Mers went out by himself and got beat up. He had a big-ass hematoma, and we were wearing berets, so his hematoma kind of offset the way his beret was going. And it was after with Sergeant Sutton, and we're in this bar, and the bugler had thrown a bottle at a stripper or something. We didn't know this. We had left, and the bugler got in trouble. So when we came back in, it was just the sergeant and me and another private, and the owners are going, "You caused no trouble here." He says, I'm a sergeant, these are two privates. They ain't gonna do nothing. So we went in there, got drunk, and watched the titty show. Blakely, here's a good one. I think we was in Biloxi, and he meets a girl named Lana, and I think she had a 76 Dodge Charger, because I threw up in this thing at a company party. But yeah, he met a stripper. Blakely had a knack for pussy. This dude could get laid anywhere. He was a ladies guy. He liked to fuck. And so he hooks up with Lana and brings her back with us. So yeah, she comes back to post with us. There's a lot of shit to see while you're traveling around. You know, it's really neat down south where they got this big ass bridge where you can drive over the Gulf. It's like parts of Florida connect through a big ass bridge, and a lot of history and shit down there. Mobile was kind of dirty. I like Biloxi. I can't say much about Mobile. I think we were there once or twice. I think we had this one funeral detail. Our whole weekend was ruined because some cocksucker had to hang himself. Some Spec 4 dude bought a bunch of brand new shit and hung himself. I'm not making this one up. The last funeral detail I think I was on was right before I got home on leave. And actually, I got a letter of commendation. I burned all my shit except for this letter of accommodation. It was down in Pensacola. I'm getting ready to go on home leave soon. We're all pretty. And I had these brand new glasses. So we got the body there. We're all locked up, and you cannot fucking move, man. Okay, you get what I'm saying? And my glasses are falling down off my face. Man, they're getting down to the end of my nose. Finally, we got through the flag thing, and I really professionally just went like that, pushed my and no big deal. That would have been embarrassing. My glasses would have fell off. And then we got a letter of accommodation. No, when we was down in Pensacola, we was on this Navy base. I got to swim out in the Gulf. I got in trouble because I was on the little rope there. The lifeguard shook her finger at me and didn't have to worry about being eaten by sharks or that. And I saw this aircraft carrier, and that was the first time I'd ever seen a Navy ship in real. Well, I've been on the USS Alabama, but I'd never seen a real active warship before. It was off in the distance. Couldn't believe how fucking big this thing was. It was an aircraft carrier. We got down to the Navy chow hall, and their food was better than ours. Yeah, the fucking food was better than ours, and it was really neat down there in Pensacola. I think Biloxi as a city was fun. Mobile sucked. It was dirty. People got beat up. It wasn't a fun time. Pensacola was neat because there's some history there. Then, if you got a chance, we were only 150 miles away from Panama City Beach, Florida. And I got my jump wings there and this tattoo of my girlfriend Sharon, piss poor resemblance, but of an old girlfriend of mine, down at I think his name is Adam West Tattoos, something like that, down there in Panama City Beach, Florida. The last time we went down there, we got tattooed. We bought a bong. We bought one of them green, you remember U.S. bongs? Green smiley bong? Yeah, fuck, we bought some dope, cooked up in a room. There was like I think 4 or 5 of us, and actually, Blakely had that end of the bed. I slept at the other end. A couple guys were on the fucking floor, and we were in this 69 Cougar having fun, went back to barracks, and that was the last time I think I ever left anywhere. Because by the time August rolled around, I started getting in trouble, and yeah, I wasn't tapped for any more funeral details. I think my last one, though, I tell you something, some of the best funerals I ever seen, and I'm not being racist, are black funerals. Oh God, when I die, I want a bunch of black people in my, because they're screaming, falling, all this other. It's a Pentecostal service, and I was raised a Roman Catholic. Okay, so I'm an ignorant, dumb motherfucker. I'd never seen any shit like this before. Amen, brother. Jimmy got his ticket. You go and get your ticket too. Amen, brother. There's Buddy the cat. He's in here tearing it. So, hold on. Let's get Buddy the cat. So everybody's going, amen, brother, and yeah. Amen, brother, and flopping all on down. And so we're out in this little country church. We're outside at the hole, and this family's coming out of this little building, and they're screaming hot, and people were actually fainting from this shit. Now, there was a Methodist, Episcopalian, African church or something. I don't know what you call it. And again, I'm not trying to be racist. I'm not saying nothing bad, man. Actually, if you're listening to me, I'm saying good shit, because I was impressed by what I saw, because white people are boring. If you everybody's in black, these people are yelling and screaming and passing the fucking out and carrying on a commotion. It's like, man, when I die, I gotta. It's kind of like I watch these Palestinians die, and I sit there and I tell my old lady, man, I want a funeral like that where everybody got me up in there yelling and screaming and fucking causing a fit. God, what a way to go out. I'll be lucky when I'm dead. I'm serious. I'm getting cremated. I have no friends, no family. I'll be lucky if I have 2-3 people showing up when they scatter my ashes, if anybody. Oh no, I'm gonna die alone. There's no family, there's no fainting, it's just the way life is. But since I'm feeling like crap today, I feel I give up a few things. Yeah, funeral detail. You're gonna get in civilian clothes, you're gonna get in a van, you're gonna go drive somewhere and get all prettied up in your dress greens, all polished up, and you're gonna bury some stiff. You carry the casket, you put it on there, you got the flag, you got to fold the flag, you present the flag to the family, and off you go. Back to post and back to duty again. Orange salute, it's a thing the recruiter will not tell you about. Funeral detail. Again, travel with a buddy, find a good place to eat, stay out of the Korean titty bars, and don't throw beer bottles at the strippers, and stay out of trouble. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. I don't know what I'll come up with next, but if I do, I'll have something. Thanks.